The public sees stores, our Goodwill, and Goodwills across Canada and around the world see training grounds. Within a beautiful model of integration best practices, Goodwills provide a training ground for career development and job success. Our stores are Goodwill's #1 mission program as job creation, employment, and career development for people with disabilities and barriers to employment excel day in and day out as we change lives for the better, strengthening families and communities through the power of work and the dignity of a job.
In the dictionary, a disability is defined as a mental or physical condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. As of 2022, 1/4 of the Canadian population had a disability. That's 8 million people. In Alberta, 27.5% of people have at least one disability. That is over 1 million people in our community. 30% of employed Albertans with a disability had an unmet accommodation need in the workplace and feel that they cannot advance in their careers. As of 2022, 150,000 Albertans felt stuck. Historically, disability has been considered a flaw, an error, something that needs to be fixed. The term disability itself acts as a label, with the definition of the word outlining the idea that people with a disability are limited. We, as a society, have constructed a concept of normal that reflects how a person should look, should behave, and should exist. By straying from this concept of normal, people are immediately defined by their qualities that set them apart from others. But how do we change this? We become aware, we broaden our knowledge, we listen to understand, we redefine what it means to have a disability.
My name is Michaela.
My name's Eli. Peter Ringline.
My name is Justin Liptruck, and I am a door attendant over at Goodwill.
Being an employee means I'm able to not only pay my bills, but I'm able to take part in our community.
It gives me the ability to organize my time.
Just being able to wake up and have a genuine purpose and have an actual function is so relieving.
I like contributing to society.
I'm able to appreciate the work done by others.
It's given me a chance to truly appreciate what hard work actually is.
Just being able to have that structure, that routine, that predictability.
Able to better coordinate, with myself at home.
And I've been able to build my confidence, and I've been able to get that structure, that routine, that responsibility. I've been able to come out of my shell, take in charge of my own life, take charge of my own responsibilities.
It gives me a social aspect.
One of the highlights of my day is knowing that I worked that much harder.
Well, I think disability is such a vague term.
That's a really strange one for me because I don't like to use that word altogether.
It's a quirk that has occasional challenges to overcome.
Disability definitely has a negative connotation, and I think we need to get rid of that.
I don't like using umbrella terms because they can just be so broad.
It's not really a disability because it's something you can learn from. I prefer to call it my ability.
You would not have caught me dead out in public with a magnifying glass ever.
Really?
Before I started working here. Because I didn't want to look disabled.
Oh, right.
I didn't want to look blind. I didn't want to have a problem. I didn't want to have a disability. It took me to CNIB and I got a magnifying glass. So I use it pretty much just to read my tags. It's pretty much just your optic nerve is dead. And because it's nerve damage, you can't fix it. It's not correctable. So my father was born with it. 3 out of his 4 siblings actually have it. So I've had it my whole life, which I guess is why I didn't feel overly disabled, or don't always feel overly disabled, because I've just always lived with it. And so I found my ways to, I say hack my way through life. Okay, so for instance, this would be called blur recognition. So this here, I know it says woman, even though I can't read it because it's a larger word than men, but I can't read the rest. So I'm going to take out my magnifying glass. I'm going to read that it says, activewear, long sleeve, small. I see shapes and I see colors and I see contrast. If you want a more in-depth answer, the way I explain to people is if we were all standing 20 feet from a tree, you're going to see everything. You're going to see the details and the nest and the bird and maybe the bugs, I don't know. But for me, I'm going to see like the top of the tree. I'm going to see the green. I'm going to see the trunk. Maybe I'll see some branches depending on the size of the tree. And then as I move closer, I will see more branches. As I move closer, I will see leaves. As I move closer, I might see a bug on the bark. I'll see the bark. But there might be things I'll just never see. I'll never be able to look up and see the bird. So even though I can't see these unless I look and I see XL, sometimes I just follow, like extra small, small, medium, large. And then I know I'm in the right section, and then I find the black. Just like that. And we moved to Calgary, and I did not want to run a day home anymore. So I applied for lots of jobs, had interviews, and a lot of them didn't know what to do when I told them I was legally blind. So yeah, I just was pretty discouraged, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I didn't feel that disabled that I couldn't get a job. And it's like, I can do a lot of things, but somebody's gotta give me a minute, you know? Like, let me show how I get from A to B. Generally, I memorize everything. So when I first started, I had no idea where anything was. So I was pretty overwhelmed.
I've been working for Goodwill since 2017. I work up front at the fitting rooms, and customers come in and they want to try some stuff on, be it pants or tops, and I let them in with 6 items at the max. Of course, it's the front line in customer service. That means this job is mainly about communication skills, and that's what I do, and everyone's normally pleased with that, and I have them leave outside with a smile right on their face, really, and I'm very happy about that. The thing I normally do every 10, 15, or 20 minutes is I do the morning announcements. I really enjoy that. I'm just very well spoken at that, and I love bringing in the energy, the adrenaline, basically, as I announce our sales and try and keep business going.
Good morning, Goodwill shoppers, and welcome to Goodwill. Today we have 50% off on blue takes, so all blue takes are half price today. That's 50% off on all blue takes. Thank you for choosing Goodwill and helping us make a difference, and have an excellent day.
Some of the LY Cairns people come over, and you know what, it's a good school. They bring in all kinds of very nice and hardworking kids. They might make mistakes here and there, but you know what, that's the thing, you know, and why they volunteer. We teach them it's okay to do that, and they work very hard, and I'm proud to teach them that and be a mentor, basically, and that's a new experience, and already I tend to do well, and I hope what we do helps them out later on during the years when they leave school. Everyone's so positive, and you know, I come here doing that as well. And to me, Goodwill's not just a store, it's a community. And I'm sure everyone feels that way as well, and they are right.
At this warehouse in southeast Calgary, where Manveer Bains is hard at work transforming concentrate containers into rain barrels. It's part of a collaboration between Green Calgary and Coke Canada Bottling. But for Manveer, he's just happy to be busy after having trouble finding employment due to a medical condition. Manveer lives with a disability which affects his memory, making it difficult for him to express himself.
A part of my disability is like when I am about to say something, it took me a little bit process what to say, what is the proper thing to say.
Bains does express himself with his hands, which is a perfect fit for the Goodwill Impact Center.
And the barrels have actually helped them stay focused and gives them a sense of pride, because now they see it in the community and they come back and they said, I saw one of our barrels.
Baines is now able to help the community through this program, which began in 2024, with Coke Canada Bottling donating over 400 containers to the initiative.
When I joined Goodwill, I only was in Career Connections, and I started with Kirsten. She found a volunteer opportunity here. We'll start here for your journey at Goodwill and see where it goes. And I like it here.
Every year, hundreds of people like Quinn take this journey through Goodwill's Path to Employment program at Career Connections. This personalized plan has supports at each stage of the employment odyssey. Quinn is currently in the middle of his passage, volunteering with various organizations throughout Sherwood Park, including Goodwill.
Quinn started his volunteer role at the Crusaders, and so for Quinn, the next step was to maybe see if he could seek some other volunteer opportunities. So in that, the Goodwill Sherwood Park store had an opportunity for Quinn to try some volunteering there, and that way he could build on his skills, but also have more of an experience with a group as a staff and be part of a team.
I am pull the apparel for the color of the week, and also I help out with the housewares section of Goodwill.
His resume is expanding, and thanks to on-site job coaches, he's gaining valuable experience. While a final destination or goal is top of mind for Quinn, his journey will shape his knowledge, his goals, and his independence.
I think Quinn has a lot to offer, and I think he's learned a lot in his 2 volunteer roles, and I think that's going to serve him well moving forward to try to seek that employment opportunity that he's really looking for.
There's workers in the store that compliment me on my smile and my generosity. I know that Goodwill is good, so I want to brighten somebody's day.
We don't know what lies ahead for Quinn, yet what we do know is he will continue to try new things while exploring his interests and giving back to his community.
I want my journey to be paid employment someday, at retail or at hockey, not a volunteer role anymore, but as a payroll.
That's the end goal, not only just paid employment, but paid employment with independence. And when he has that opportunity for paid employment with independence, then he hopefully will successfully graduate the Goodwill Career Connections program.
Excellent. And so we have Laurel here. Laurel, where do you work? Which Goodwill do you work at?
I work at the Impact Center on the West End.
And what's your job?
I take jeans apart and remake them into bags and other things.
What do you love most about your job, Laurel?
Helping others and making sure that the things that we actually are doing don't go to the landfill.
Tegan, tell us your story.
Yeah, so when I was 6, I actually suffered a traumatic brain injury, and while I had the support I needed in school, I found entering the workplace I didn't quite have the support I needed.
Because your disability isn't quite visible and it requires a deeper understanding. And so you were connected with Goodwill. You've been working with them since December. Walk us through how Goodwill has really been helping you through this job search journey.
Yeah, for sure. So they've given me some workshops that I've taken part of. The people I'm working with are amazing. They've even kind of pushed me to apply for positions I didn't even think I was qualified for.
And now you've actually been selected through a pre-screening process.
Yeah, I got a call yesterday, and funny enough, the person I talked to actually was a teacher at my high school when I was...
Oh, what a small world. That sounds incredible. Good luck on your journey. Thank you so much, Tegan.
Thank you.
Since 1963, Goodwill has called Alberta home. From the very first Goodwill store on 103rd Avenue in downtown Edmonton to more than a dozen retail stores across Alberta, Goodwill is striving to make a positive impact in our province. For 60 years, Goodwill has helped shape the province by helping provide opportunity and training to those with disabilities or barriers seeking employment. People donate because of opportunity. Your donated shirt gives people like Andre a chance to enhance his job skills. Your used coffee mugs are giving people like Shelley an opportunity to contribute back to the community. Your classic music is giving people like Justin a chance to fulfill his dreams. For 60 years, these donations provide opportunity, service, and good. Together, we are building something bigger than we could have ever imagined. A community, a city, a province. This is not California or BC or Ontario. We are building a community full of hope, inspiration, and optimism. An opportunity for those with barriers to realize dreams and create some joy. All this made possible through the power of work and the dignity of a job.
Our job is not finished, it's just getting started. Together, we will make positive impact on our province, providing opportunity,
service, and good. Thank you for shopping at Goodwill and have a good night.